Good evening. I am here. It is the rare, elusive Friday stream. Though I guess it's technically Saturday where I am. I have not streamed on a Friday in a while. It's kind of a vestige of me going into VR chat every other Friday or so. I've kind of been in a VR chat hiatus for the last few months, so I'm like, why am I not streaming Fridays if I can? And, you know, this week I didn't stream a couple days, so I figured, why not? I'll stream Friday. Hey, from Happy Affiliate Anniversary, thank you so much. I don't know what the exact day was. It started yesterday, and I think it's just enabled for a few days, like, period. But, this is my 9th stream affiliate anniversary, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's not really anything special nowadays. It was cool back in the day when I was one of the first, like, 2 waves of people that got affiliate, but nowadays, it's, you know, anyone can get it easily. But thank you. Hey, Robo Bunny, thank you. Yeah, you know, it's cool. Again, I'm more excited for my 10-year stream anniversary coming up in September, and I definitely want to get some stuff done for that. Anyway, like I said, rare Friday stream, which may not continue to be a thing, because I might start going in VR chat again. I've been taking a long break from it, but decided to do an extra stream this week. Since it's gonna be a long weekend and I won't be here Sunday, I figured let's get the stream in tonight. And we're gonna continue Turnabout Time Traveler. We're in the final case of the final game. This is the end, quite literally. For now. This isn't the last stream though. I doubt I'm finishing this tonight. In fact, I'm also setting a hard stopping point. I'm not going past 4 a.m. tonight, because I need to make sure that I go to bed like as soon as I can afterwards. Also, if I have to take a few short breaks during the stream, I apologize. My stomach and my bladder have been kind of acting up today, so if I have to take a break to use the bathroom, I have more than one break to use the bathroom. I apologize. Anyway, special case, Turnabout Time Traveler. Bride is accused of killing one of the other servants at the Sprocket household. Soren Sprocket, who is the groom. Hey, Peacemaker 9669, thank you for the raid. Whatever. The gimmick here is that it's all the people in the trial are all, not all, but like comprised of mostly people from the older games. Let me give a shout out real quick. Where are you streaming? Teamfight Tactics? Nice. Anyway, we did like one cross-examination, then I stopped, so we're in the middle of we're gonna start the second one right now. And this is the prosecution's rebuttal. You switched to League of Legends afterwards. Ah, nice. Well, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it so much. The victim could not have been killed before the reception. The autopsy report states that the estimated time of death was after the reception. And that estimated time of death is correct. There's no way it could be wrong. Just wanted to watch because you love the series? That's great. I've streamed the whole series at this point. Once I finish this, it's over. But I have played these before as well, so I know how these generally turn out. It's just been a while. It's clear Mr. Gloomsbury was killed after the reception, and that completely contradicts your claim. I guess so. Tell me you took at least a cursory glance at the autopsy report, Mr. Wright. It appears you've grown rusty since our last outing. Might I suggest you go back and brush up on the basics? Sure, though I must say you're as cocky as ever, Mr. Edgeworth. I beg your pardon? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? I'm just saying that I'll go back to the basics if that's what Mr. Edgeworth wants. I'll prove how badly he's underestimating me with the good old-fashioned cross-examination. Alright, well, let's see you put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Wright. Like he hasn't been, like all this time. You have all the wrong answers in the series documented. That's true. Ephraim has done a substantial amount of work compiling the wrong answers in the series on his YouTube channel. But thank you again for the raid, Peacemaker. I appreciate it. If you need to raid and run, take care of yourself. please do. But otherwise, enjoy yourself, and I hope that I can, be entertaining.
Hold it!
You sound pretty certain. You must have some solid grounds for making that claim, right? Of course I do. And you're going to feel silly when I show you what they are. Ready? Feast your eyes on this.
Hold it!
I've read the autopsy report too, you know. Then you don't need me to explain it to you, right? How there's no way the victim could have been killed before the reception, I mean? Detective Sky, I think you've overlooked something big. I have? Why don't you take another look at the evidence? But I've already looked at all the evidence, and quite carefully too, I'll have you know. Detective Sky, do not be taken in by his verbal antics. He's simply bluffing, as always. Right, sir.
Hold it!
Is it possible the culprit did something to obscure the real time of death? No, not in this case. There was no snow or anything to keep the body from decomposing. And there's no fridge on that airship big enough to fit a body into. So you've already checked into that, I see. All comes down to the estimated time of death, doesn't it? Couldn't the killer mess with the victim's time of death by keeping the body on ice? Yeah, if they had the means to. Prosecution's treating the estimated time as death as an absolute. But is it really? Take it you don't think it is, huh, Nick? In that case, we're going to have to find a way to convince them otherwise. Yeah, there's got to be a way somehow. No way it could be wrong. Could it, though? It could be wrong if they put him in the fog machine.
Objection!
I admit that the estimated time of death does contradict my theory. Finally, and that means your theory that the victim was killed before the reception is still entirely plausible. Don't think I remember this one. I've only played Spirit of Justice once, so the specific answers I don't remember. I just remember the general, flow of the case. Huh? What makes you think that? The killer could have falsified the time of death by using a certain item in the reception hall. Please take a look at this. And what is that contraption, Mr. Wright? It's a fog machine, Your Honor, used to create a special romantic atmosphere in the hall. And this machine could have been used to falsify the time of death? Yes, Your Honor, because this machine uses dry ice to perform its magic. Dry ice? Ah, yes, the super cold stuff commonly used to make theatrical fog, right? I see, so your claim is that this dry ice was used to keep the body cold? Oh. In that case, I guess the victim could have been killed before the reception. That was a moment fry on that line. Order! Order in this court! Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this development? That the victim was killed in the hold before the wedding reception? The prosecution acknowledges the possibility of this claim. Now we're getting somewhere. The prosecution would also like to thank you, Mr. Wright. Huh? For what? I didn't know how a certain piece of evidence fit into this case, but now, thanks to you, I do. What piece of evidence? To get into the hold, one needs a key card like this one. And here we have a record of those who enter the hold with such key cards. 34 Dumas, 35 Pierce, 36 Ellen Wyatt. The times aren't specified, but these are the last 3 entries on the day of the murder. Why to keep a log of who, but not when? And as you could see, the last person to enter the hold that day was the defendant. What? So the one who moved the body out of the hold must have been... That's right, it was none other than the defendant. Record of the key cards used to access the airship hold. Hey Nick, take a look at this entry record. There are a couple other names on here besides Ellen. Hey, you're right. According to the entry record, Mr. Edgeworth, Pierce Nicody had also gone into the hold. Isn't it possible that he could have been the culprit?
Objection!
Sorry, but Mr. Nicody was escorting a few of the guests at the time. I'm sure they would be happy to testify to that fact if you'd like. They could be cocky all you'd like, Mr. Wright. My confidence is rarely misplaced. Ah. Now then, it's probably safe to assume that after killing the victim in the hold, the defendant moved his body to the hall in order to dispose of it discreetly. What do you mean by discreetly? The defendant volunteered to take responsibility of the reception's cleanup personally. That means she would have had the chance to dispose of anything in any way she wanted, including taking the lantern off the airship without raising any suspicion. Don't tell me you didn't know about Miss Wyatt volunteering for cleanup duty, Mr. Wright. Ah. Look at you, sweating buckets like a rookie, even after all these years. Nevertheless, thank you for proving that the only person who could have killed the victim in the hold is... Ellen Wyatt. Ah! Great job, Phoenix. Now we're back to square one. Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes for some help in reviewing the defense for dummies. Way to go, sir. Got Mr. Wright in a cold sweat. Perhaps you should ask Miss Sykes. Why her? She's not here. I wonder if maybe the promise of seeing that miserable look on his face is what brought me back to the court today. It certainly made all of my stress and woes as chief prosecutor just melt away. Guess he has a lot of stress built up. I'll give him something to stress over before we're through today. Your Honor, the prosecution asks that you render your verdict at this time. Before that man over there tries to throw the court into chaos with his meaningless bluffs. Edgeworth, you know that his bluffs aren't meaningless. I see. Mr. Wright? Are there any last meaningful bluffs you'd like to present to this court? Why does he have to assume it'll be a bluff? Nick, hurry up and throw a good one out there. I will. Well, alright then. Edgeworth just wants to call it a day and go home. To who? Phoenix? He's gonna be too angry at him to, you know, get frisky with him. Let's see. I've got it! How do you know it was Miss Wyatt who used her key card? After all, if it turns out that somebody else had used her card, it would mean Miss Wyatt didn't do it. Interesting. And are you able to prove this bluff to be true? I assure you, I'm not bluffing, Your Honor. Well, now what? Wait a minute, Nick. I can think of a certain somebody who might have used Ellen's key card. You can? Remember? The one who was sneaking around in the hold in spite of not being a family member? Oh, that's right! Your Honor, the defense would like to call a certain witness to the stand. I need the testimony of this person who may have entered the hold with Miss Wyatt's card. Oh, boy.
Take that!
That's your witness? Ugh. Are you saying that numbskull was on the airship? Hey, Kyle, you're at Furlandia? Nice. How's it going? He never breathed a word about that to me. That's not surprising, because Mr. Nickety told him to keep quiet about it. Yep, if something smells, it's usually the Butts. But Mr. Butts himself admitted it to me. He claimed to have found a way to sneak onto the Flying Chapel's hold to see Miss Wyatt. This photo he took and gave to me is proof. Just gonna say hi before you go? Cool. Thank you, Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking time out of a live event to come and say hi to me. It means a lot. Thank you. But you have fun at Furlandia. That it was he who moved the lantern with the body inside to the reception hall? You know as well as I that with him, anything is possible. And this is one possibility we should definitely look into. I can't believe this. What in the world is he doing mixed up in this? Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Remember what we've been saying since elementary school? When something smells, it's usually the Butts. Exactly. Ah, that's Larry! He'll pay for this. Well, if you want to extract your payment now, he's right up there in the gallery. Yikes! Deadlift sees that witness before he makes a run for it. No! Why does this stuff always happen to me? Sorry, Larry, but you brought this on yourself. Let us break for a 15-minute recess. Ask that both sides prepare their next witness's testimony during this time. We that close to a to be continued? Oh, no, we weren't. Okay. September 22nd. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow, it's been a while since I've had this much fun and excitement. A face-off against Mr. Edgeworth. A harrowing tightrope walk for the defense. Whew, I'm exhausted already. Boss! Oh, Athena's here. I'm here for moral support. Athena, are you all done practicing for Trucy's magic show? Well, to be perfectly honest, I sorta ran away. That's because she was putting my life in danger, I tell you. I see. Think I'll need to have a one-on-one with her. You're really athletic and fit, Athena, so Trucy probably thinks she can run you ragged. That may be true, which is why not even Trucy could keep up with me when I run at full speed. Ha! Looks like you spoke too soon, Athena. Never underestimate the resourcefulness of a great magician. Huh? Well, the gang's all here. Magical girl Trucy Wright is on the scene. No! Now, Athena, it's time to practice human combustion magic. Go on, douse yourself in this gasoline. Saving that for future use. But don't worry, it's a magic trick after all. It's perfectly safe. Run away! Hey, you're not getting off that easily. They get along so well, don't they? Reminds me of the good old days. You, me, and Pearly. Oh, and Detective Gumshoe. Can't forget him. Name-dropped Gumshoe. Why isn't he in this case? We had all kinds of fun at the crime scenes back then, remember? Also, why is Pearl not here? Like, there's a whole point of this case is that it involves, like, the old guard. Phoenix, Larry, Edgeworth, and Maya. And yet they couldn't bring in Gumshoe or Pearl, who's even in the game already? Leaving me to do all the serious investigation, as I recall. Court will soon be back in session, Mr. Wright. Right, thank you. Gumshoe needs a vacation. I mean, it's been 8 years now since we last saw him. So Larry's the next witness, right? Can't wait to see what happens next. Sadly, I can already imagine it. He's probably like the chief detective now, and that's why you don't see him. September 22nd, District Court, Courtroom number 6. Court will now reconvene. Nick, Edgy! Two of you are gonna hang me out to dry, aren't you? It's the 5th time he's been a witness. Not counting the Edgeworth games. Which would, I guess, make it the 7th time he's a witness. No, not the both of us, just Mr. Wright. Nick, how could you? I don't really think he did it, of course, but I gotta use whatever leads I can here. Mr. Butts, there's a possibility you moved the lantern that had the dead body in it. So if you want to clear yourself of any suspicion, all you have to do is testify. Now then, your testimony, please, witness. Nick is a jerk-face. Nick, you big fat stinking jerk! How could you doubt your best bud? We've known each other since elementary school. Well, get this, pal. Our friendship's over. Damn, you got the whole squad laughing. Well, go ahead, Mr. Wright. He's all yours. Why me? You're the one who called him to the stand, so he's your responsibility. Thanks, old chum. Can't any of you show me a little respect, even just a shred? You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. I would if there were any testimony to cross-examine. Hey, Sally. Thank you so much. I actually don't remember what day specifically is the affiliate anniversary. It just kind of gets active for like a week or two. I don't know how long it stays on. Again, it's I don't really celebrate it as much as I want to celebrate the stream anniversary, which I'm almost at 10 years.
Hold it!
Come on, Larry, can't you please give me something real to work with here? Don't think I don't know about your tricks. If I say something careless, you're gonna shove some evidence at me with a loud objection and a super smug look on your face. Yeah, well, that is my job. Oh god, I'm turning into Steve Brule. That is my job. Jackpot. If I get found guilty, how are you going to take responsibility for what you've done? Why should I take responsibility just for doing my job? You heartless jerk, don't you have any compassion for me? Thanks, Peacemaker.
Hold it!
I'm sorry, Mr. Butts, but if it wasn't Miss Wyatt that entered the hold with that card, then you're the most likely suspect. Nick, are you seriously doubting the innocence of your old childhood friend? Well, technically, yes. But it isn't personal, I assure you. Ooh, a true friend would believe in me no matter what. Can't you see my tears? Don't they mean anything to you? Nick. Nick! You don't really think you could cry your way out of this, do you? Okay, fine. In that case.
Hold it!
Larry, listen to me. Shut up! I'm not talking to you anymore! This is getting us nowhere. Come off it, Larry. If you don't quit fooling around and start testifying, Miss Wyatt will be found guilty. For real? For real? If no new information comes out of this cross-examination, then yes, Mr. Butts, for real. Not that I would have a problem with that myself. Larry, just tell us the truth already. Did you or did you not go into the hold and move a lantern up to the reception hall? I never moved any bowl lantern, I tell ya. Bowl lantern? What, did I say something weird? You told me you didn't attend the wedding reception. Yeah, so what? Then that's odd. No one in this courtroom ever mentioned the sex of the lantern that was moved. What, we're sexing lanterns now? Damn, everything's getting gendered. So how could you know that it was a bowl lantern? You didn't have to actually go to the reception to know that. Anyone could tell there were two pegables by Anyone could tell there were two pegables by looking at the Flying Chapel's pamphlet. All I can tell right now is that there's a strong scent of bull in the air. Please add that last statement to your testimony, Mr. Butts. Anyone could tell that there were two pegables by looking at the Flying Chapel's pamphlet. No, they could have said there's a peg of cow.
Objection!
I want you to take a look at this, Mr. Butts. Because unfortunately for you, the pamphlet clearly shows a peg of cow and a peg of bull in their example diagram of the reception hall. Huh? But on that day, instead of putting a peg of cow and a peg of bull out for the bride and groom, there were two male pegables on display. Yet somehow you knew there were two pegables in the reception hall that day, too. There's only one way you'd know something like that, Larry. It was you who moved the pegable to the reception hall, wasn't it? No. Larry, you didn't. Mr. Butts, did you move the lantern containing the victim's body to the reception hall? That's what it looks like. What? Hold it, pal. Well, wait, Nick. You don't think I'm the murderer, do you? Maybe you and Mr. Gloomsbury were fighting over Miss Wyatt and you ended up killing him? Maya, not you too. Look, I did sneak into the reception, but that's as far as it went. You know me, I wouldn't hurt a fly. You snuck into the reception? Yeah, sure, but some of the Sprocket men caught and locked me up in one of the cabins. It was pretty awful, actually. But that's when I made that drawing of the pterodactyl I showed you, Nick. Ixnay on the aerodactyl pate. Taylor. See, that's so weird to read because you wouldn't pronounce the P either way. Mr. Wright, not even you would take this farce that far, would you? We are talking about Larry. What do I do? Do I accuse Larry of being the true culprit? No, you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Butts didn't have a reason to kill Mr. Gloomsbury. He might have had an imaginary reason to kill Soren Sprocket, sure, but not Mr. Gloomsbury. After all, he did steal Mr. Sprocket's bride and try to elope with her. No way Larry's a bad guy, just a dorky guy, yeah. Just because I try to steal somebody's bride doesn't make me a murderer. I believe you, Larry, and I don't think you killed anybody either. You would never do anything like that. Nick, old buddy, old pal, knew you'd come through for me. Funny that, considering your sworn testimony just now that we were through. Mr. Butts, it's time you told this court the whole truth, understood? Moving the lantern. Just like Nick said, I'm the one who moved the lantern. I was poking around the reception hall before the main event and saw a lantern was broken. There was a note that said exchange with the one in the hold, Ellen. So I decided to do Ellie a favor. So you switched the lanterns before the reception, did you? Then that means the victim really was killed before the reception. Lantern in which the victim's body was found. Larry wheeled it from the hold to the reception hall before the reception began. It would appear that Mr. Butts completely fell for the defendant's scheme. Scheme? What scheme? This note from the defendant, exchanged with the one in the hold, Ellen. Mr. Butts moved the lantern with the body in it up to the reception hall because of this note, and thus he has become a suspect in Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. That second lantern did feel pretty heavy, but I never would have thought there was a dead body in it. Ugh, what was a note like that doing on a lantern in the first place? You got it all wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. I left that note for myself. It was simply a reminder because I could be very forgetful.
Objection!
What a sorry... Sorry? He's not Canadian. He's posh. What a sorry excuse, Miss Wyatt. The prosecution contends that the note shows one facet of the defendant's murderous plan. Whoa. Okay. And you, Mr. Butts, you played right into Miss Wyatt's hands. No way, Edgy. I don't believe it.
Objection!
Do you still really believe Miss Wyatt to be the culprit, Edgeworth? Of course. My stance on the matter remains unchanged. If you think I'm wrong, then prove it with your cross-examination. Gladly. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hold it!
Why didn't you tell us that sooner? Because I knew you guys were going to be suspicious of me, that's why. We're suspicious of you now because you tried to hide it. My thoughts exactly. Well, now that I've told you. Happy? So how about letting me go? No, not yet. We need you to stick around to sort a few things out. Oh, fine!
Hold it!
The lantern you swapped out was a female pegamoo, a pegacow, right? Yeah, I guess. Why'd you replace a female lantern with a male one? Because I was too busy trying not to get caught. I didn't have time to check for little details like that. If you didn't want to get caught, you could have just left well enough alone, you know? Whatever. Anyway, when I took a look at the broken lantern, I saw...
Hold it!
That note wasn't addressed to you, was it? Oh, I guess not, but how could I let my dear sweet Ellie do all the hard physical labor on her own? It's precisely that thought process that constantly gets you in trouble, Larry. Besides, it was my big chance to show her how much I cared about her.
Hold it!
Nobody saw you the whole time you were switching the lanterns? Nope, I didn't get caught. Not that time, anyway. Not that time. Yeah, when I tried to sneak into the reception hall the first time. I didn't have as much luck. Those Sprocket guys spotted me and nabbed me. That's the scene from the opening cutscene. All of my words are failing me right now. Pretty exciting, don't you think? Larry, you seriously need help. And then they locked me up in one of the cabins. Nick, what are you asking about stuff like this for anyway? Shouldn't you be trying to prove Ellie's innocence? Well, is that statement of his important to the case? I'll say it's important. Mr. Butch trying to crash the reception and subsequently getting locked up in a cabin. I believe these might be important facts in this case, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Butts, please add that statement to your testimony. I tried to sneak into the reception hall, but I got caught and locked up in a cabin. So you got locked up. Then what happened? I broke out. And then I started looking for Ellie again and wandered into the reception hall. That's when I saw the broken lantern and replaced it. Even after they caught you and locked you up, you still went looking for Miss Wyatt? But hold on a minute. What is it, Nick? Maya, doesn't something seem weird to you? Larry's saying he replaced the lantern right after he broke out of the cabin. That's right. Oh, wait. Huh? You're right, it doesn't make much sense, does it? Mr. Wright, have you found an inconsistency in the witness's statement? Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. Mr. Butts moved the lantern after he broke out of the cabin, but that contradicts with this. Oh boy.
Take that!
In what sense does that piece of evidence contradict with the statement? It doesn't contradict it at all, does it? Indeed. Ugh! Wait, that wasn't it. Oh, don't mind me, Your Honor. Looks like I just made a tiny mistake, that's all. Oh, that actually doesn't count as a penalty. Knowing Larry, he definitely did something stupid somewhere along the way. Wow, Larry sure is one special guy. Not everyone has the privilege of being this distrusted by their friends. Assuming you can't be trusted from the get-go usually makes things easier, I've learned. Oh, I see. You totally trust him to be totally untrustworthy. Yeah, I guess that just about sums it up.
Hold it!
Larry Butts moved the Brent lantern after he broke out of the cabin. That contradicts with this. Cause of death, cerebral hemorrhage from a strong blow to the head. One contusion was found in the back of the head and one on the side. Those were caused by the same weapon. Okay. Hold entry record. Alright, we've seen all that.
Take that!
The lantern itself, maybe? Is that? Yeah, it was. Yes, it's the broken lantern, Your Honor. Mr. Butts, what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all. What? Why not? You swapped the lanterns before the reception began, right? Yeah, that's what I said, isn't it? But you also just said that you swapped the lanterns after you got locked up in a cabin for trying to sneak into the reception. In other words, you're saying you swapped the lanterns before the reception and after the reception took place. That certainly doesn't make sense, does it? Mr. Butts, did you swap the lanterns before or after the reception? Which was it? Before or after? There's a world of difference between the two. Well, Mr. Butts? guess I can't expect you guys like you to understand. In a nutshell, it was both before and after the reception. What? I tried to sneak into the first reception and got locked up. The first reception? Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. Then, through the power of Ellie's pendant, time got rewound and we went back to the time before the reception. It was after that when I replaced the lantern. So it was both before the reception and after the reception, get it? We went back in time to before the reception. So of course the reception would take place one more time after that, right? That's why I said it makes perfect sense. Mr. Wright, what in the world is the witness talking about? Has he developed some sort of intellectual ailment I'm not aware of since I saw him last? Well... None of the Sprockets seem to remember the time skip, but I do. And Ellie remembers it too. I think the power of our love for each other made that miracle happen. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but could you please translate this man's gibberish so the rest of us can understand? So now I have to be the one who explained about the whole time travel thing? Go on, Nick, I know you could do it. Looks like you don't have much of a choice, Nick. To heck with it, I can't lose any more of my dignity today anyway. The defendant, Miss Ellen Wyatt, has told the defense the following strange story. She said that after the reception ended, she was attacked by Mr. Gloomsbury. She claims that as she was being assaulted, she made a wish upon her pendant. Please take me back to that blissful moment. In doing so... Time apparently rewound itself to just before the reception began. What? I know it's hard to believe, but think about it this way. Through the power of the pendant, both Ellen Wyatt and Larry Butts experienced time travel. What?
Objection!
What absolute rubbish. Mr. Wright, I've heard my fair share of your nonsense over these years. But this takes the cake. How thoroughly have you lost your mind?
Objection!
But this is simply the conclusion I came to, using that logic ability you love so much. You know, the one where you connect two dots together so that you could figure out how to eat. What? The truth of the matter is, the future president of Sprocket Aviation, Soren Sprocket, has been researching time machines. So, what if a time machine has already been successfully created? And what if that's one of Sprocket Aviation's top secret inventions? A time machine? Yeah, I even saw something while we were time traveling. I saw a pterodactyl flying through the sky. Maybe the airship was set to travel through time for their honeymoon trip? What? A pterodactyl?
Objection!
You can't possibly have any evidence to back up your ridiculous time travel story. Well, as I thought. In any case, I now have the evidence to prove that you're no more intelligent than Larry. Hey, not so fast now, Edgy. I'm not the same old Larry you used to know. Oh? You want evidence? I've got your evidence right here. This is a photo I secretly took of the first reception. What? What? Larry, I can't believe you. Well, anyway, good job. If we compare the photos of the first and second receptions and find a difference, we'll be able to prove that the reception was held twice. But do you really think such a difference exists? Yes, Your Honor. I just need some time to find it for you. This is preposterous. Very well. Please show the court what's different then. This would never be admissible in court, but let's go with it, yeah. This is proof positive that the wedding reception was held twice. It proves that two receptions took... Oh my god, why can't I talk? Okay, is different color.
Take that!
Please direct your attention to Miss Wyatt's bouquet of flowers. In the photo of In the photo one of her in-laws took, the defendant is holding a yellow bouquet. But in the photo Mr. Butts took, she's holding a red bouquet. You're right. That's impossible. What does this mean? It means that the defendant really did experience 2 wedding receptions. And she did that when she traveled back through time. What? Nick, you did it! You proved Ellen's time travel story to be true! Yeah, I can hardly believe it myself. It's just as Ellen said, the reception was held twice. This turns every assumption we based this trial on upside down.
Objection!
Edgeworth's like, am I the only sane person here? Refuse to accept such a ludicrous argument. It's pure fiction under the guise of pseudoscience at best. There's simply no such thing as time travel. I know it's hard, but can't you suspend your disbelief for 1 nanosecond, Edgeworth? I bet sci-fi movies push all your buttons the wrong way, don't they, Mr. Edgeworth? I can totally picture you yelling. That'd never happen every 5 seconds at the screen. Maybe you should stay away from movie dates altogether. It's neither here nor there. This is real life we're talking about. But the proof is clearly shown in the 2 photographs. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how inexplicable... Fine, I'll entertain your absurd delusion, if only to demolish it before your very eyes. What? Let's start with this then, shall we? There's one thing your time travel theory fails to explain. And that is the memories of the other guests there. The defendant and Larry remember the reception occurring twice, but no mention of the member of the Sprocket family has ever mentioned such a thing. That's because... That's because the time machine is classified technology... I'm not done, you bird brain. I'm saving that one, too. They're all in on the act, yeah. Bird brain? As I was saying, if the entire family had been sworn to secrecy, then why hadn't they sworn the woman who was marrying into the family to secrecy, too? That's a good point. Honestly, all it takes is a little common sense, Mr. Wright. Even still, how do we know that the trip through time did not really occur? There's proof in the photos that it did. And besides, if time travel doesn't exist, well, I'd be a little disappointed, frankly. Why, if I was hoping to go back to the days of my youth, you mustn't allow yourself to be taken in by Mr. Wright's whimsical tales, Your Honor. I've read about it in various literature, you see. And they all say that time travel is just not logically feasible. Maybe our argument was just a little too nonsensical, Nick. Well, in that case, why don't we put common sense to the test here? Excuse me? The wedding reception was held twice. The photos are proof of that. But it wasn't because of time travel. It's simply because the reception had actually been held twice. Isn't that the most reasonable way to interpret the situation? Would you care to elaborate, Mr. Wright? No. If time travel doesn't exist, then there's only one way to make sense of what happened. Somebody must have orchestrated this strange phenomenon, and that somebody is... the gods. Gloomsbury. Everyone at the reception. What if all the guests at the reception conspired together to hold the reception twice and keep quiet about it? What? Bring God to the witness stand, yeah? And for what purpose would they conspire to do such a thing? Well, a brilliant deduction defense. Is that, Pierce? Yep. Pierce Snickety. That's the reference. That's the joke in his name. But I keep saying Nicody. I can tell that you're not a renowned lawyer for nothing. I must say, I underestimated you. How so, Mr. Nickety? You have managed to name each event precisely as they happened. You have revealed it all to the light of day. Then, that means... It was us. We orchestrated the whole thing. Yes, the reception was held twice. But not because of time travel, no. We simply held it a second time. What? Why? Why would you do such a thing? to make it as though the murder Miss Ellen committed never happened. Master Soren figured that if Miss Ellen, who'd killed Bloomsbury after the first reception, experienced the reception one more time, she would think it was all a dream. It was he who ordered us to make it happen. However, only a few, myself included, knew of Miss Ellen's crime.
Are you saying most of the guests attended 2 receptions without knowing why?
Indeed. They needed no reason. Master Soren told them to do it, and do it they did. That is the Sprocket way. Then who hid the body in the lantern? We did. But we did not anticipate the pedals finding their way in, nor the actions of Mr. Butts.
And that's how you
And that's how you intended to cover the whole situation up? There's just one thing everyone here has wrong. The real scene of the murder was not the hold. It was the Vista deck. What? Then Miss Wright's recollection of the events must be correct. I admit we tried to cover this incident up, but the fact that Miss Ellen killed Mr. Gloomsbury is undeniable.
This is quite a turn of events.
And so it appears we've arrived at the truth at last. Now. Please do feel free to travel back in time, Mr. Wright, and attempt to do this trial over again. Go on. Let's not get hasty, Edgeworth. I bet you can't do it. Bet I can't either! Your Honor, we will have to hold a separate trial for the cover-up conspiracy later. But as far as this case goes, I believe we're ready for your ruling.
Objection!
Just before the defendant lost consciousness during her attack. I don't need to, I still have health left, yeah. She says she saw someone strike the victim. It's possible that this third party is the true culprit.
Objection!
You still want us to believe the defendant's words? Perhaps you've lost more than your touch during your time abroad. This third-person nonsense is nothing but rubbish, and you know it!
Objection!
But, by the same token, how can we trust those who conspired and lied to fool this court of law? For all we know, they might still be hiding something. You never know when to quit, do you?
Now, calm down, both of you. In any case, there isn't enough trustworthy information yet for me to render a verdict here. I suggest we continue the trial after both sides have investigated the matter further.
Very well, Your Honor. Phew, that was close.
Mr. Ducote?
As for you and your cohort's attempts to cover up this crime, your case will be brought to a separate trial following the resolution of this current one. Understood, Your Honor.
Well then, this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
To be continued. So as I mentioned, my body's acting up a little bit today. I will be right back, and we will resume. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I've just been, I've been going to the bathroom a lot today. I don't know, I hope I'm not getting sick. Anyway, I saved already, I think, but whatever, we'll save again. September 22nd, 1:48 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. What? So the whole time traveling, then, was just a ruse put on by guests at the reception? Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that must have cost them. I have no idea. I'm gonna get ready for bed 10 now, but I hope you have a good rest of your stream. Thank you, Peacemaker. I appreciate it. You have a great weekend, and thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Have a good, if you live in the States, have a good long weekend. If you get Memorial Day off. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you've got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up, if you ask me. Got that right. Sure, I would have been completely fooled. Fooled? Fooled. Fooled! Ugh, you fools! Hi, I'm back. Hey, Maya, you all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with?
Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems what Ellen actually told us was all true. So what really matters right now is the identity of the mystery person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mystery person? That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. If we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright. Well, at least there were only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who masterminded the whole cover-up plot, too. We know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. I mean, the groom Soren Sprocket, right? Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. So then, what am I doing here? I'm a very busy man, you know. Well, all the other people involved are Soren's family members, so I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man, I have a really tight schedule, but oh, what the heck. What are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead, ask me anything. You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? Okay, he has no new reactions to anything. We already had the drawing on hand. The incident. I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head? If I gotta. Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell ya. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after the first reception around 10 p.m. Oh my god. It's like that Markiplier gif where he, like, jump punches you. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and compare it to that gif later. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her. But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception. That's what Edgy is claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. The key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury. Just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul. Because I was locked up in a cabin at the time. Oops, wrong thing. But you managed to escape and sneak back in. Oh, but you managed to escape and sneak back into the Oy. Hold on, who's messaging me? Okay. Oh, Peacemaker is part of our team. I didn't know that. Cool. Then I suggest you throw them a follow. But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? Nope, the place was completely deserted. Guess it's because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So clearly the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast and had the second reception soon after that. Then after that second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I brought up. I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened. Still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. Just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person. The cabin. So while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in the cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there? In the cabin? Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual. Alright, that drawing of the pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened, which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh! Are you doubting the eyes of a super popular picture book author? No, I'm just sure you saw something else and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick, you're making me doubt my own eyes. I'm not even sure what I saw. Larry's drawing updated in the court record. He probably mistook something for what he claims is a pterodactyl in the picture. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened at the real scene of the murder. That's right, and I can say that with every confidence. Oh wow, would you look at the time? I better go. I have a book signing to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Whose do you think? It's mine, of course. It's a Laurice Donham book signing. Bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one. Of course not. They're the ones coming around to beg me. Looks like I guessed right. Anyway, I have to go. I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? It's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill, too, of course. Just put him down as an office expense or something. Well, see ya. Wait, Larry, we don't need... Ugh, he's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy, Trucy's not gonna like this office expense. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right, we really should hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. Bet I could cheer her up. Thought you were going to help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was going to practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know? You could leave the case to us, so you go ahead and run along now. But, boss! Off you go, Athena. No, I don't want to die. Better get going too, Maya. Okay. Why the long face, Maya? Can't believe time travel isn't real after all. I see. Thought I'd get to go back in time and see real dinosaurs and ninjas and stuff. Yeah, too bad, huh? Couldn't be more relieved, personally. So what should we do? Oh, I don't know. I mean, shouldn't we just keep investigating stuff or something? She's really lost that spark, huh? Since I proved that time traveling wasn't real in court today. Your attorney's badge looks so nice and shiny on your lapel. It's so cool, like the mark of a true hero. If I could be a hero to my clients, that's good enough for me. In that case, I'll be the commander that controls the hero from behind the scenes. What, are you saying you've been manipulating me all this time? Go, Robo-Wright, to the crime scene! Guess that makes me a robo-lawyer? We heard about that already. Larry's a real good artist, isn't he? No wonder he's a famous picture book author. Well, he's really good at something, alright. Namely at causing trouble wherever he goes. But he's also helped you out of a bind or two before, right? I guess so. That's not usually until after he's made a mess of things first. Whoa, it's one of those zigzag cabinets for dividing a person into 3. Never seen one in real life before. It's one of Trucy's magic props. Ooh, let's try it out. I don't know, it's probably dangerous to get into that thing if you don't know how it works. Oh, come on, Nick, just hurry up and get in there already. Why am I the one on the chopping block here? It's Charlie! His branches are as handsome as ever. Charlie seems happy to see you too, Maya. His leaves are greener than usual today. Well, he looks super healthy. We always make sure he's watered and well cared for. And by we, I mean Athena and Trucy. So, are you thinking about a new look, Nick? What are you talking about? That red jacket? Oh, that's Apollo's. Maybe you should wear it a little red every once in a while. But, it's not really your color, is it? Then again, you never wear anything but blue, so why not give it a try? Here you go, Nick, put it on. Like I said, it's not even mine. These are all your case files, right? Yes, and there's private information on my clients in there, too. So no snooping. What's this? Perfecting teleportation magic? Huh? Trucy must have swapped out my files for her magic books. Come to think of it, you used to be a pianist, right, Nick? So play something for me. Not really good enough to play in front of other people. Can I play then? No way. We'll get complaints from the hotel next door. No fair. Just a glorified shelf if nobody plays it, you know? Oh, there's all kinds of interesting stuff here. There's all kinds of interesting... Wow. There's all kinds of interesting stuff here, like this hoop. My, that's not a hoop for hula hooping, you know? It's a hoop used for levitation magic, right? How did she know? Whoops. Oh, my poor sweet Soren. Wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen with the trial, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find the mystery person you just saw just before you passed out. Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible. If we could prove that, we could clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Soren is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by this evening. I think I better go have a chat with him later, then. Why am I being treated to a view of somebody's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Soren? Well, he is the one who masterminded the second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something. How could you, Mr. Wright? Can't possibly think my Soren would never kill anyone. Alright, just calm down. No, not if you're accusing my Soren. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pen and ladle down, alright? Really? Cross my heart. So for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? Be careful not to provoke her. Could you tell me more about Soren? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Soren right now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine, but you won't hear a peep out of me about Soren. Talk about pulling teeth. Pierce Nickety. Could you tell me more about Pierce Nickety then? Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As the family butler, he's now in charge of everything in the household. Only a year ago. Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. It might have been Soren's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have had quite a bit of authority in that family. I'm suddenly craving pancakes. Let's see if Nessie wants to go to a diner tomorrow. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year? I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Soren was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Soren would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know? I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change.
But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Soren said real time travelers do exist. Really now? You think he knows somebody who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Soren said as much. So I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Soren any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Soren any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it if Soren ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Yikes. Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Soren to worry, do you? No, you're right. And the floodwaters recede once more. So what do we do now, Nick? Well, Ellen said Soren is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there? Roger, Nick. Soren always looks like he's lost in his books, yeah. He's lost in the sauce. Okay, she's got nothing to say about any of this stuff. Oh, poor Selena. I feel so bad about what happened to her. Selena! Yikes, Ellen, please try to calm down. Pretty pleased with sugar on top? Soren and I were supposed to be happy. For Selena's sake, too. I cannot do loud crying right now. We should probably leave this topic alone, Nick. Oh, what's wrong? Just remember that our reception, we were supposed to be so happy together. Oh, where did it all go wrong? Can't blame her for being upset. Why did this have to happen to me? You've read that one before anyway. Hey, Wolfshe, you missed the first trial part. So, where should we start? Let's see, are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor. I know, we haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet. Hey, you're right, we still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right? And the lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations. Do we know how to get to the hold? Good question. I think it was labeled on the diagram of the airship of the pamphlet. There it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. It's not every day you get to see an airship up close like this. So I'm pretty psyched for this. Me too, if it wasn't for the fact that it's the scene of a murder. Oh, right. Almost forgot about that part. Wow, that sign got really smashed up.
There were some really high winds yesterday, and they say that the bench was blown right into the sign. Wow, wish I could have seen that. If you'd been there, you would have gotten blown away by the wind too, you know. It sounds kind of fun, actually. Don't tell me you never tried to use an umbrella to fly when you were a kid. I think I'll take staying alive over fun, thank you very much. Wait, what? So that one little tower is all that's keeping the airship from being blown away? Apparently. Must be sturdier than it looks. You know what it reminds me of? A single mom raising 3 kids while holding down a full-time job. Sure. Where did that analogy even come from? Hold it. September 22nd. Flying Chapel. Hold. So this is the hold. Oh, woo, hey. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. Better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb. Hey, Nick. Aren't we supposed to need a key card to get in here? Huh, you're right. Wonder why it was unlocked. How's it going, Mr. Wright? Emma, what are you doing here? Last-minute party setup? Ooh. Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp. Ah, so the door security system was turned off for the private police investigation. I'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright? Yeah, sure. Police just finished their examination anyway. Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then. Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You could use that lever way back there to raise it up to the Vista deck. Police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. Don't think it's all even done yet? Dang. Is it gonna be like a big party? If you do go up to the Vista deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off. Got it, thanks. That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am. Well, let's get this show on the road. Any progress with your investigation? Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with the cover-up, so it's hard to know who or what to believe. I know what you mean. Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's going to be a tough trial for you. You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what can turn up. What I can turn up. Turnip. Mario 2. Define big, because what is small for me may be big for you. I don't know. Like, how many people are going to be there? She doesn't have anything to say here. Ooh, it's a cake, Nick, a cake! It's so big, they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they? If you're in that mood for that, if you're in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out. I mean, it's not real. Well, it sure fooled me. So ready to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick, let's go get some. Maybe after the trial's over. 60? People? Is this like a block party? That's a huge part. That's small for you? That's huge. Huge. That's huge for me. At most, our parties are maybe like 15 to 20 people. And that's like at the absolute, like, biggest. It's a Latin party, dude. Of course it's that big. Yeah, but can that many people even fit in your house? Weirdly, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Alright then. That is a huge... Also, I've realized people get on my case about how I say huge, how I don't say the H. That's literally just how people pronounce it around here. Like, huge is not how I'm used to pronouncing it. It's like herb and herb. Though, I think that's a gaslighting situation. I don't think anyone says herb. I think everyone says herb. I've never met someone that prefers the word herb over herb. And that's why I say huge instead of huge. People have brought it up before on stream. I think. Or they brought it up on voice calls or something. Oh, look, Nick, it's an airplane. Wonder if Soren built that one, too. Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood. And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap? Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry, I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times. I think I'll pass. Still got my whole life ahead of me. Lots of tacos and pizza. To be honest, I can't really go for either right now, because I've had a lot of pizza and tacos and sushi lately. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but for some reason I'm really in the mood for a diner pancake right now. I'm going to see if Nessie wants to go to a diner tomorrow for lunch, so I can get pancakes. Huh? Looks like there's some fingerprints on this candelabra. Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-handed prints. Do you know whose prints they were? Yes, the prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick, just figured out something amazing. You did? Get this. The fingerprints in the candelabra were from his left hand. Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? Do you have great makings of a great detective, or what? You're a real silly, Sally, if you thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic. You're a real silly, Sally, if you thought that deduction was in any way encyclopedic. Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. Looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really? I got it right? Awesome. Good for you, Maya. Good for you, that's all you got to say? I think you did a real great job, Maya. Way to go. Guess one can never have too much info. Now you're talking. But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't on the photo that Larry took of the hold, is it? That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that, then. It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. Better add it to the evidence file, just in case. Candelabra from the hold bearing fingerprints from Gloomsbury's left hand, which is his dominant hand. Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like. Giving this to us? Sure. I have 4 other sets. Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. Get it? Because we're going to dust it for prints, maybe? No taco for you, Band? Okay, to be fair, I had Taco Bell yesterday. And I told you, it was so much that I ended up eating the rest of it, like, after the stream yesterday. I had that leftover chalupa in the fridge that I heated up and ate. Maybe that's why my body is screaming at me today. It was yours? Well, you didn't come and take it. You lie. What's that, a wedding bell? According to the pamphlet, it's used on the Vista deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds. Guess they disassemble it and store it away here in the hold when it's not being used. I ate it last night while I was finishing watching Pokemon Concierge, which, by the way, very fun. Very fun little series. You can watch the whole thing in like an hour and a half. Definitely recommend it. Especially if you like stop-motion animation. So there are 2 male Pegable lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pegacal lanterns. Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Didn't he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring if you ask me.
And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. Larry's hairy, scary Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime. Oh, Mr. Wright? Oh, word. You know that lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall? Just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it. Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. These are flowers we saw in Larry's photo. The petals make them look like little gears. Little gear. Small boy unit. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were going to shower the couple with petals? You mean like how people throw rice or confetti? Yeah, like that. Only these were found at the scene of a murder instead. These must have been the dishes and glasses they used for the reception. Glasses? Very fancy. That we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them. Ooh, I want to see Nick. You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them. Nick! I think I'm going to break them, don't you? Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your cause. So this is the airship's engine. It's pretty impressive. And it's all rhythmic, like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the Flying Chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around and around and around and around and... I think I'm starting to get dizzy. Yeah, me too. Oh look, there's the lever to lift to the lift Emma told us about. Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Wow, I'm really phoning it in today, huh? Here goes nothing. Wait, I'm not even on it yet. Whoa. Hey, Maya, stop the lift. Whoops, sorry. I got a little carried away. Never mind that. Move over a little. Okay. Is that blood? Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood? Well, this lift goes up to the Vista deck where the murder took place, so... I think that's the most logical conclusion. But I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I better take a picture of this. Bloodstain that was found on the side of the lift in the hold. It's unknown whose blood it is. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now? You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There. It was yours. You're dead. What? Excuse me. Done. I want to find out some more about that blood stain, but for now I guess we should go up to the Vista deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves. The view must be great from up there. Bet it'll be awesome. I mean, it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder. Okay, to the Vista deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the lift this time, Nick. I know, I know. Okay, I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go. Wow, look at this gorgeous view. So this is where Ellen was attacked, and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's kersplat on the ground below. Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge? Well, I don't see much of anything over there. Police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so... maybe we don't need to? Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick? Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. Really? We did all that just for flavor text? Emma, about this blood stain, doesn't something about it strike you as odd? What's so odd about the victim's blood? That's not exactly. There's just something about it that bothers me. Now that you mention it, can't say I necessarily disagree with you. Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. Candelabra. Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little more? A little more? What do you... Oops! What happened? I almost dropped the candelabra and this candle slipped off. Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence. Wait a minute. Now what? One of the pins that holds the candles is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra. There is? What makes you say that? Call it forensic investigator's intuition. We already dusted this for prints earlier, so let's test it with luminol this time. Knowing Emma, she could use every test she has at the same time if she could. Just hang on, this will only take a second. Hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything? Take a look at this, Mr. Wright. What is all that blood doing on there? Candelabra updated in the court record. Bloomsbury... Fingerprints from Bloomsbury dominant left hand. Traces of blood were found. Now, traces? That's a ton of blood. It's odd because it's a chandelier. One of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception? These pins are pretty sharp. But if one of the pins is broken, it means that there was some force involved. I think maybe somebody got stabbed? But nobody reported anything like that. That's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. New murder weapon? Yeah, but it doesn't match up with how Bloomsbury was murdered. About this blood stain. What about it? There's something about it that's been bothering me. Oh yeah? What's that? Well, there's a huge bloodstain in the crime scene lift and a bloodstained candelabra. Now, it's only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source? I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source. I guess that is a possibility. Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time? You kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? Seems the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person. Well, the victim was clubbed to death and there wasn't all that much blood. But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood... Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with a candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood in the candelabra. Oh my goodness! If that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder. It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about a third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed? Sure thing. Mysterious blood stain on the candelabra with the victim's prints on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memories of sighting a third person. Next up, the reception hall. Might be worth taking another look around in there. Reception hall. Forensic team is in there investigating right now. Oh, they are? Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else. Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Soren. Quite a few questions for that guy. Sounds good, Nick. Off to do some legwork then? Yep. Thought we'd head to Soren's house for starters. He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now. Great, thanks. Later, Emma. Alright. Excuse me. I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is. Just don't touch anything. I wasn't going to. She was definitely going to. I was told I had guests. Thank you for seeing us, Soren. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Soren? You're Ellen's lawyer, right? Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me. Will Ellen be found guilty? We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're in here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Soren? Alright, fine. What was that pause all about? Aha, come back to hear more about my camera, have you? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm really busy right now. Oh, what a shame. Well, if you ever want to talk about cameras, come back and see me anytime. Sounds like even his own family members don't want to listen to him. Hey, Nick. Better watch out, you'll be cursed by the bouquet of woe. Oh, come on, Maya. Like, I'm going to believe an urban legend you just made up. Okay, he's still having the same reactions to evidence as before. Sis, I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. Is intruding on the private lives of others a part of your job as a lawyer? Oh, I apologize. Just showing a picture of his sister wasn't such a good idea after all. Not your fancy machines, buddy. What are you showing me that for? Mr. Sprocket? Can't read him at all. Not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this. Oh, that was from before, too. The cover-up. It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right? What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us. You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder. Ellen thought that, through the power of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time. Ah, so that's why there were 2 receptions. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nickety said that in court you were the one who ordered it to be carried out. Pierce said that? I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me. So whatever he decides is in essence my decision too. So I take it you didn't know anything about the cover-up? That's none of your business. But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row, and still you claim to know nothing? I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave. But Soren... Ow! Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away. It doesn't get clearer than that, huh? It's looking especially uncooperative, but maybe I could grab his attention somehow. Still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try. Not the blood, right? Soren, have you ever seen this before? That's... Oh, look, he's pushing all the lead out of his pencil. No, you're wasting lead, dude. Stop. Soren, what is it? Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too. Soren! Nick, look at his stomach. He's bleeding. Somebody help. Soren's collapsed. Master Soren! Get him to the hospital. Quickly now. Poor Soren, that must be one serious wound. What is it, Nick? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this? It's Soren's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital. Oh, his notebook, huh? Wonder what's written in it, don't you? Come on, you know you want to take a peek. Soren's notebook. What to do? What to do? Take a peek. Feel guilty snooping around in somebody's personal notebook, but maybe we should take a little look-see. Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. Guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas? Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Soren's been writing down every detail of his life. As in, every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary? But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe he's just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Soren change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that, and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let it go or we'll rip it. Eep. Now look what you did. You dropped it. Should've just let me take a look. How is this my fault? Oh no, Nick. Oh, I fell into that pool of Soren's blood. I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh, you're gonna get it now. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. Can't let anything else happen to it, you hear? A database-like notebook that chronicles the events of each day in minute detail. Huh, hey. Look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. Looks like a newspaper article. Let's see, it's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Soren's notebook completely changed. Oh, wow. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. It says Soren was in the car too, and that he sustained severe injuries. It's just like Pierce said. Soren completely changed after that incident. Something of a newspaper article detailing the car accident that resulted in Selena Sprocket's death. So Gloomsbury was driving the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of Soren holding a grudge against Gloomsbury. You think Soren could have? I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. Should talk to Pierce about this when we return Soren's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel. A vehicular accident on March 8th led to the death of Soren's older sister. Soren was also in the car and suffered severe injuries. Gloomsbury had been the one driving. Soren had been writing nothing but ideas for his adventures in this until March 8th of last year, when he abruptly began to chronicle the events of each day in excruciating detail. However, details of the day of the murder have now been rendered illegible by a blood stain. Sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere. Oh, Mr. Wright and Miss Fay. Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you. I'm sorry for Master Soren's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies. It was totally understandable, really, but shouldn't you be at his side right now? It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he is not up and about. He needs complete bed rest. Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones? I must return to Master Soren now, but did you want something of me? Actually, here's Soren's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain. Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Soren gets this back. Thank you. Soren's notebook given to Pierce. I trust you did not look inside. Oh, of course not. Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see. Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case before you go? Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Soren. So if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. The cover-up. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you try to pull off, if you don't mind. I told everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job. Sounds like a lovely job description. I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed. Right. The accident. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident? Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about the accident? You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time. Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then. If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake? Up there it is, huge. Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Soren's request. What? That is the type of person Master Soren is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selina's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments, she thought of Master Soren. Not only did Soren not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. Now I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. Selina's last moments. So you were present for Selina Sprocket's last moments? Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party. And what kind of party was it? It was Miss Selina's engagement party. Bloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selina's and Master Soren's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital. Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration. Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Soren pulled through. But Miss Selina, she... The last words Miss Selina said to me were... Please help Soren. Ever since then, I have attended Master Soren and tried to help him in any way I can. I see. Selina's fiancé must have been devastated. Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selina was so great he quit being a surgeon. He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both, was he? Yes. He was Miss Selina's fiancé. What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where's her fiancé now? Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself. So Selina had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon. So are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going. Could you please just tell me a little more about Soren? There is nothing more to tell. I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before? No, I don't know anything about it. Uh-oh. My Magatama reacted. Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those psyche locks and find out what.
Take that!
Pierce's secret. Pierce, you're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you? Oh god, he's moving it. For some reason, this is causing the frame rate to dip. It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Hey, Kit Namor, thank you so much for the raid. You shout out. Channel you're shouting at does not... Oops, I must have misspelled it. No, Mara, excuse me. That's why.
How you doing tonight? What were you streaming? Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you so much. I'm not really celebrating it this year. It just kind of came up. It is my 9th affiliate anniversary. How you doing? Is there something special about it? Actually, yes, there's some blood on it, you see. We're streaming some Path of Exile, I was doing some challenges, realizing it was very late. Oh, dang. Yeah, it's almost 3 a.m. where I am. I usually stream till like 4, which I don't know if I'm going to do, because I might stop after this segment. I also don't usually stream Fridays, but this week, kind of an exception. That's cool. If it's late and you need to go, by all means, thank you for rating and stopping by. I appreciate it. I don't think there's a lot of people here right now, but yeah. You should follow Kit. Because I believe... Yes, you are also on our team, so yes, I do want to... I would recommend people follow you. That's understandable, and I'll be looking at least. Just need a washroom, and seeing you were on, thought I'd bring the 2 that were watching you over. Well, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm just telling other people to follow you. I always try to promote our team members. I'm usually like one of the few people streaming this late on the team, so it's hard for me to find raid targets from it. Actually, yes, there's some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person. Well, Soren is the one who collapsed, so probably him. Reason I sent them over. Thank you. Soren has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he? Yes, Master Soren is indeed injured. Are any of the other people involved in this case injured? Not as far as I know. I see. Then let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Soren could have been more directly involved than you're letting on? What in the world would make you think that? Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found in the candelabra's stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Soren with it. You cannot possibly think Master Soren is the one responsible for the murder. I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Soren had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Soren's sister away. Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Soren with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location for some other reason. Sorry, but I could prove it was related to this case. Oh, really? Soren's stabbing and Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected. Are they now? This is the piece of evidence that ties Soren's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and the Vista deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain in the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that Gloomsbury wasn't there, no. Murder was in the reception hall, not necessarily. Soren was there during the crime. Soren's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Soren was at the scene of the crime. You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything. Pierce's secret. Could you tell me about Soren's injury? Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Soren himself. As you surmised, Master Soren was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was in the reception hall when suddenly Mr. Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Soren went to stop him and found himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is why Master Soren was stabbed with the candelabra, he said.
Even though Master Soren was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury. So Soren really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he? Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Soren arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered. So Pierce is saying that Soren was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself. Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me? I am very sorry. Master Soren's injuries and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related, so I decided not to mention it as to not unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then, I am sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me. Thank you for your time. Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He's the family butler, after all. I'm the butler, sir. I buttle. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Soren was at the scene of the crime. That's true. One step forward is better than none. So, what next, Nick? Let's see. Forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out. Sounds like a plan. September 22nd, Flying Chapel, reception hall. Looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. Wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now. Oh, hi, Mr. Wright. Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate this room now? Sure, the police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work. Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too. Well, I have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it. We'll be careful. I'll be seeing you. Bye, Emma, and thank you. Well, shall we get started? I don't know. I really wonder about that Pierce. Yeah, I know what you mean. Seems to have a lot of power over everybody and everything, doesn't he? Actually, what I was really wondering about is that shoulder mech of his. I mean, it's pretty amazing how many things that tiny little contraption can do. Oh, what if the mech is actually Pierce's true control center, like his brain? Maya? And what if somewhere in that Sprocket Manor, he has another shiny golden body? And then during emergencies, he could switch bodies and become Super Pierce Nickety. This is what I get for trying to have a serious conversation with a super geek. I bet all Ellen wants is to start her happy new life with Soren. Yeah, I bet you're right. But do you think the truth will really set her free? All you could do is do your job to the best of your ability. And if we could bring Ellen joy that way, all the better, right? Maya. Either way, I think true happiness can only be found in the truth. What are you looking at me like that for? Just thinking about how wise that sounded. Looks like our little Maya is really growing up. Did you knock it off? I'm trying to be serious here. Sorry. How old is Maya now? She's 28. Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday. Huh? How can you tell? Because the food stains that were there are gone now. Should have known it's because it's food related. It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it? Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it. True. Must be tough for the maids to have to work on a beautiful day like today. Oh, we don't mind. Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me way over there. We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all the sadness stuck to this airship. Wow, talk about devoted. It's where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. This is in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key? Let's ask the maid about it. Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, could I ask you a question? Oh, of course. What would you like to know? Do you know anything about this key here? It's the key that starts up the timekeeper. The startup key. That's right. Oh, the first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was. Key of love added to the court record. Heart-shaped key used to activate the timekeeper. First startup of love ceremony? What exactly did that entail? Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. Suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony. And what are these symbols of their love you mentioned? Well, it's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry. Better be getting back to my work here. Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. Guess we've checked everything out of interest in this area. Hey, take a look at that door. Wonder where it goes. Shall we open it up and see? Wait, don't open that. It's the emergency escape hatch. Leads directly outside. You'll fall to your death. Whew, that was a close one, huh, Maya? I'll say. Shouldn't it have the words like emergency exit above it? So that people don't accidentally open it and fall down? Nick! What's wrong, Maya? This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it. It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay? Just hoping it had changed somehow, you know, so it would be more interesting. Last thing we need is for things to get more interesting. Excuse me, is this fog machine ready to use now? No, I'm afraid not. We only put dry ice in it when there's an actual reception. I see. That's too bad. Still wants to blast me with a cloud of smoke, doesn't she? Here's the broken lantern, all patched up. And I do mean patched. Emma said this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it. It was pretty smashed up, so it must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort at any rate. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting old Doom and Gloom's body inside. Do you see anything else worth noting? Well, there's another one of those lanterns over there. So it might be a good idea to compare the two later. The lantern which the victim was found. Emma restored it, but something about it still seems off. Pretty sure the thing with the blood in it's supposed to be on the inside, right? This is the unbroken peggable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. Wouldn't say they look exactly the same. What if they're made up of the same parts? Wait a minute. What is it, Maya? I think there's something off about this peggable. Just about everything about it looks off to me. I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right. Show me the restored lantern again. Hey, I know. It's this, right? What? Where? The thing about the restored lantern that's off is color of the wheel handle. Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around. Oh, wow, you're right. And there's blood in this handle. As if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right, which means the blood got in the handle from inside the lantern. Didn't we know about that already, though? There's a blood stain in the handle and the inside handle wheel, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern? It's really hard to say at this point. Whew. Well, I think we checked out everything relevant to the case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Soren, shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured! How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook. What's the matter with him? My notebook. I have to have... Master Soren. Master Soren, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Hey, here you go. Yes, this is it. So Soren gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his? Phew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Soren, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest. Ah, guess you're right. Now if you'll excuse us. Master Soren, let us retire. All right. There they go. Pierce is right. Guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. September 22nd. Wright Anything Agency. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss. Athena, thought you were with Trucy. Guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, turns out the third person Ellen says she saw at the crime scene might have been Soren Sprocket. What? Really? Always thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Soren got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently. No way, I don't buy that. Not for a second. It's a cover-up. A cover-up, I tell you. That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but... But what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but is that really what's best for Ellen? Soren could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead. Oh man, either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright? Can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen. What a tough call to make. Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage. I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go. Break the news to Ellen, you mean? Yep. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. I bet I could help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's go back to practicing. No, wait. My body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. Lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. But, boss... If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm going to use a real blade on you. Ah! Sorry, Athena, but somebody's got to do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya, we better get going. It's about the car accident Soren's sister died in. Bet she would have wanted to see her little brother get married. Yeah, but with the way things are, I don't think she'll be able to rest in peace. So we'll just have to figure out the truth somehow, for her sake, too. Yeah, let's not leave a single stone unturned and push on in our investigation. Push on. Push in, push on, push in. September 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hello, Ellen. How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright? Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Soren with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall? I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry. I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I have to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out. What kind of decision? This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Soren. What? In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Soren is the true culprit. No. Soren is innocent. No. But don't you see? If you don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty. No. No. Oh. Please, Ellen, calm down. Soren just can't be found guilty. I'd much rather be found guilty instead. Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that. But, no. Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you could run away from the truth and still be truly happy with them? You're not married, so how could you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work. But, Nick, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me. Mr. Wright, I'm innocent, and Soren is too. So please, prove our innocence in court. I'll certainly do everything in my power. Just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. How much longer is this case? I mean, I could probably do this in one more stream. I definitely can't do this tonight. There's no way I'm going to finish it tonight. And to be honest, I'm getting kind of tired, actually, which is good because I need to wake up a little earlier than normal tomorrow before I go out. So I think maybe I'll just stop here. I know it's only been a little over 2 hours, but that seems to just be the streams this week, 2-hour streams. Next week, I'll try to kick it back into gear on Monday and do like normal length streams. Yeah, Burb need a roost. I also think I have to. I also forgot about something. I have to do a voiceover thing before I go to bed. Really short, but I promised them it would be done before I leave, so I need to do it tonight. So I am gonna stop here. Essentially, I've stopped at the perfect point where the next stream should finish this. I should be able to finish the remainder of this case in one go. And that'll be the end of the series until there's an Ace Attorney 7. Let's see, accolades. Just need to beat the special chapter and that's it. See, I'm gonna end a little early. I'm gonna end at the time I used to end at. So, want to thank everyone for coming. Thank you for joining me on this Rare Friday stream. Like I said, I will be gone tomorrow and Sunday. I will try to be back Monday evening. And then next week, through Wednesday of the following week, I will be, I'll be streaming normally, hopefully. Let's see you on your stream tomorrow. I'll stop by if I can. I'm not going to be home this weekend, but I'll stop by if I'm able to. But yeah, thank you so much. If you want to watch more streams, check out twitch.tv/team/littlespace. I don't know who's streaming right now. I'm actually going to check because it's a bit earlier than normal, and it's a different day than normal. Oh, I didn't type team. Twitch.tv/team/littlespace. I am out of it. Yeah, there's a few people streaming right now. Have I rated this person before? I think I did. This is the artist in Japan that works on... No, I haven't. Semi-chill stream. Oh, no, they're going... Okay, they're going to bed. Alright, so I will not be rating them. Let's see. Yeah, thanks. Again, I'm sorry that streams are so gimped this week. I will try to make that up next week. Then again, next week's all going to be finales. Gunvolt, Apollo Justice, or Spirit of Justice. And then if I do anything else, it's going to be like a one-off. Because Mina the Hollower comes out the end of next week. Okay, this person's been streaming for 7 hours, but they're clearly still playing Overwatch. So I'm going to raid them. Wolf Weredev, and they're a new member of Little Space. So let's give them a warm welcome. Boop. Created it. We're good. Good. Alright, yeah, I'll have a great weekend. I will see you Memorial Day, if you are here, with the end of Gunvolt, and then
we'll do the end of Ace Attorney on the following day. Take care, everyone. Say hi to Wolfware Dev, and have a great weekend. Good night.